What was it like watching the World Cup this summer? Did you watch all the games?
Yeah, I watched most of the games. Obviously, the first few in the group stage, we were on holiday and that, so I was watching parts of the games and that. And then obviously once they got through the group stages, we were away on pre-season in China, so obviously the time difference was a bit different. So I watched as much of it obviously as I could. But it was an unbelievable tournament. The lads done amazingly well, and I think it's given a massive boost to English football.
How disappointing was it to have been in those two squads before and not to play, not to get your cap?
Yeah, it's frustrating, but that's part and parcel of football. Obviously, the main thing for me now is obviously I'm playing week in, week out, and it's given me the chance to be here now.
Gareth Southgate obviously likes his goalkeepers to play out from the back. How comfortable are you doing that? Is that one of the strengths of your game?
Yeah, it's a part of my game where I feel comfortable. Obviously, a lot of managers now like sort of the play to start from the back. It's an area that I've worked on in my game for a while now, so it'd be an area that I'd be comfortable in doing. I think that with the way that football's going now, it's a massive part of the game, so you've got to be able to do that.
And the manager's also called up another goalkeeper today, Marcus Bettinelli. Does that put more pressure on you?
I wouldn't say it puts more pressure on me. I think at the end of the day, I sort of concentrate on what I've got to do. Obviously, I've been called up for a reason. There's now 4 of us here, but it's a time for me to obviously go out there and prove what I can do. Obviously, we're away for sort of 7-8 days, so it's enough time to sort of show him what I can do. And at the end of the day, I want to give him a decision to make.
Further questions? Any Dennis?
Alex, hi, Ian Dennis from the BBC. What are the benefits when you're training to have 4 goalkeepers in a squad?
Obviously, it shares the load. When different parts of the team obviously want to work on different things, it gives you that sort of bit more flexibility. But apart from that, obviously it's nice to work. Well, I guess it's easier to work with a few more bodies than obviously only having 1 or 2 goalkeepers.
And how much, from a personal point of view, do you see this as an opportunity?
Yeah, it's massive for me. Like I said before, obviously I'm playing week in, week out. I've got that confidence. I feel strong in myself. And obviously I'm using this week to obviously show the manager what I'm about. And we'll see what happens at the end of it.
Because you're always a unique set of players, aren't you, goalkeepers? Because the camaraderie is always so great.
Yeah.
Yet you're always competing for that one position.
Yeah, no, definitely. Obviously, it's totally different to being an outfield player. You can get game time sort of 20 minutes, half an hour. But obviously, being a goalkeeper, you're either playing or you're not. Obviously, I've gone through stages of my career where I've not been playing, and it has been frustrating. But obviously, I'm playing at the moment, and I'm obviously away with England at the moment, and I want to show everyone what I can do.
But at what, 28, you've still got in footballing terms another 6-7 years, haven't you? As a goalkeeper?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, goalies go on for longer. As long as I keep myself fit and injury free, then we'll see what happens.
And do you believe you've got an advantage over the others? Because there's technically 3 England goalkeepers at Burnley, so only 1 can play there when they're all fully fit. Jack Butland is in the Championship, yet you're playing week in, week out in the top flight.
Yeah, no, I'd like to think that sort of gives me that sort of extra bit of a push. Obviously, the other goalies that you spoke about there are great goalkeepers. They've obviously been in the England setup for a while. But as long as I sort of put myself out there and have a good week's training, we'll have to see what happens.
And finally, from an outsider coming into the England squad after what had gone on in the summer, what did you make of the feeling, the atmosphere around the camp?
Yeah, as soon as I walked in, I said to a few of the staff that I've worked with before with the 21s, I said, you sort of, as soon as you walk into it, you sort of get that feel as it's a nice environment to work in. Obviously, with what's gone on in the summer and that, massive achievements have been made there. But it's just a nice environment to be around at this stage.
Thank you.
Having been called up twice, did you ever feel it will never come, my chance will not arrive?
No, definitely not. Obviously, I've had setbacks in my career before. I knew now that I've been back playing again, that I would get my chance. I'm always working at my game, and there's always areas to improve on. But I've got a good goalkeeping coach, and as long as I keep playing well, hopefully these chances will come around more often.
And how ready are you now?
Yeah, I feel completely ready. Like I said, I want to have a good week's training this week, and obviously give the manager a decision to make at the end of the week.
How competitive is it back at Southampton at the moment with you, Forster, Angus, Gunn?
Yeah, it's competitive, but it's something that we all like. I think when you've got that competition, it sort of pushes each and every one of us to the next level. You've always got to be on your toes and stepping your game up. So it is nice to have that competition. It keeps you on the edge.
And you got the call up when you heard it second hand, I think. Tell us how you heard.
Yeah, I was doing an interview at the training ground with John Cross. I think we started around. I think we started around 1:45 or whatever it was, and then the squad got announced at 2:00. So obviously we were in the interview and that, and he kept looking at his phone and that, and obviously the squad popped up then, and obviously that was when I found out.
And how did you feel?
Yeah, I was over the moon. Obviously we've had a positive start to the season, and obviously to get the call up, it was sort of like the cherry on the top.
And if you make your debut, I mean, it's something you've dreamed of all your life, I imagine. What's it going to be like?
Yeah, obviously it'll be a very proud moment for me and my family. Obviously when you're growing up as a kid, all you want to do is play football and obviously represent your country and that. So if I did get my chance, I know I'd take it, and yeah, I'd be overwhelmed.